Hello, everyone.
Hello, we are live. We are live from Ocala, Florida, the beautiful heart of Central Florida.
And I have
And
it
it's
where
cold here.
it is cold here.
It's very cold here.
I need to move this over a little bit more to get us kind of centered in.
Here we go.
How's that?
Yeah, that's more in the middle now.
Okay.
It was over too far.
We're at Cheryl's
So
parents'
we're
house.
making a makeshift studio out of my parents' breakfast nook and kitchen. So here we go.
Life is exciting. How are you doing? Is what I want to know.
Oh.
And I'm going to get comments up because I'm on a different computer than I usually am. So nothing is where it's supposed to be. And we just got off a meeting, really great meeting.
It was an excellent meeting, I felt like, yeah.
Tanya's here, and Jill, and Jeremy.
Hey.
Jeremy, we were talking about you.
We were.
To the parental units. And Cheryl's mom has a few words for you. So you're going to be coming down with us next time, okay? That's all I have to say. If you were missing a Polish mother, I think you got one now.
Yeah.
So tell me what you guys have been up. Yeah, good. You know, it's not bad.
It's really not bad for...
Yeah. Well, we've got some lights up here. Like, this really is just their kitchen. I'm not sure if this is good to be on or not. I'm trying to decide. Let me turn them off and
Okay,
see.
let's do a test. See what you guys think.
Better or worse?
Oh, actually, that's kind of okay.
Yeah, and now I don't feel like I have like a light bulb moment happening, and so that's kind of nice. So, oh, Jill says she's trying to keep warm in cold Colorado. It's kind of crazy. So we have a house sitter staying at our house while we're gone anyhow, but she's like cuddled in with the cats. I think she has the fireplace on. Is it tonight that it's supposed to get to 11?
I'm not sure if it's tonight.
11 degrees.
But she said it was supposed to be cold tomorrow too.
Yeah, well, and it's funny. Yes, Linda says, "Good evening, new venue." We are at Cheryl's parents' house, so we are stopping here, and then tomorrow we go someplace else, and hopefully we'll see you where we are there too.
Yeah.
And I think. So
it's kind of a makeshift. So if you see us looking away, it's because the computer has to be over here.
They see me looking at the computer.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've got a tuned phone set up, and we're just trying it out and seeing how it's going to do. As we travel and do these lives, it's all going to be kind of makeshift and kind of trying new things out. So just be sure to tell us if something's off so we can try and fix it. That's all.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tanya says, not as cold as here. No. Tell everybody how cold it was. I know you told me earlier, but I forgot. Jeremy says it's 29 at home now, that's cold from where we're from. So, like, we have to drip the water in the house and stuff like that.
It is currently 43 degrees, but with the wind, it makes it feel like 38 in Central Florida.
Oh, your mom's going to be freezing when she comes home. She went down the street to play bunco.
Bunco, yeah.
So she walked a few houses down.
Dad's in his TV room. He's watching basketball or some kind of ball sport. I'm not sure which one. Whatever one. I was going to say whatever one he hollers the most at the TV about, but I think he does that for all of them. So.
Oh, who knows? Who knows what's going on? There's a little reverb. It could be because we're so close together. I don't know. I can try and move mine a little bit further away. You want to move yours to the other side? If that helps at all.
See?
And you guys can tell us. Well, if you lean towards me, it probably isn't. Kitty Mommy says it's 7 degrees in Columbus, Ohio. That's crazy.
That is.
Oh, and Guy says, hi from Iowa. Deep freeze school canceled tomorrow because of chill factor.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
That is very crazy. Actually, we were on with a lady earlier in our meeting who said it was 60 degrees in Miami, which is pretty chilly for folks in Miami.
Lydia says it's 5 degrees Fahrenheit here, and I'm trying to think. She's in Quebec. I was reading a comment and thinking at the same time. Did you see my brain like slowly shut down? And Jeremy said it was just on me. Is it better now that I moved the microphone? Better, worse? Do you feel like you're at the eye doctor?
Is this better? What's that?
Right. So, while we're still going live on both channels for a little while with the Plant-Based Explorers, this is mainly a Plant-Based Explorer chat. Mm-hmm. And how does it really differ? Not that much. Only we're not talking about food in general. That is all. What we need to do is we're going to go on a Virgin Voyage, like literally on the cruise line called Virgin Voyage. Voyages. It sounded like I was going to like wax poetic.
It did no. For a minute. Wow, I was like, where is she going with this?
So we're going to go. No. So one of the things that we wanted to do is make a really good first aid kit. And while you can buy a regular first aid kit on Amazon, and we're working on trying to build up the Plant-Based Explorer kind of section on our Amazon store, and we'll put that over. We got a few things, and I even added some things to it. We have a multitude of bags that we might put some of the stuff in.
Try to organize it a little bit.
Yeah.
But a lot of this came from a phone call that I had with my mom before we got here, where she was letting us know how expensive some of this stuff would be if we had to get it from the infirmary or the store on a ship. And so we kind of went, oh, maybe we do need to have all that stuff together.
Well, and look, and Tanya, going back, that it's minus 27 Celsius, minus 18 Fahrenheit.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's in Ottawa, Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, that I could remember at least, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Jill, thank you. You both sound so relaxed. I love it. We totally are not. But as soon, like, getting ready for this was like...
We actually are now that we're on.
We always are. Once we come on and we're hanging out with you guys, then we're like, oh, everything's nice.
Yeah.
But before I was like, the world is imploding.
True.
And I'm like, get that email out. Get that thing out.
And she came in and she was like, you have everything set up. I was like, I'm trying.
Well, you've had as much time as I have as well.
I know.
So, but anyhow.
Oh,
you're in London? I thought you were...
London, Ontario.
London, Ontario. Got it. To me, I've only been to Ontario, and I was where the capital was. So to me, that is Ontario. All Americans are not as geographically impaired as I am, but I am. That's my one thing that I most like, all Americans.
The creation of GPS, easily accessible to everyone, everywhere, was the greatest invention on earth for Kathy Hester.
Yes, it was. And it still is. So, going back, while your mileage may vary, and there are a couple of things in here I think we're going to have to get smaller bottles for. We're not taking an airplane. We are actually driving from Ocala to Miami tomorrow. Mm-hmm. We're staying over in Miami, and then the next day, 2 days from now, we go to the port and do our embarkation to the Virgin Voyage Valiant Lady, which will be our first Virgin Voyage cruise, and we're super excited.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. We should be able, we're also staying very close. We're not going a whole bunch of crazy places. Some of the trips that we're doing actually go kind of to the same places on different boats so that we can give you more good details about cruises and what's
comparisons maybe there. And like of what's on each ship, and then also like different room types even.
Right. And the main gist is, can I eat plant-based? Can I eat vegan? Am I having more than salad and balsamic dressing? All the food that we're going to show on the Plant-Based Explorers channel will not be whole food plant-based, no oil. Some of it may be vegan as well. and may have some oil because we're going to be doing that kind of that 10% of us not eating McDougal. So just know that that may happen as well. And that's why eventually, well, right now, while we're building up the channel, I'm going live both on the Kathy Hester channel and the Plant-Based Explorer channel. It would really help us a lot if you guys go ahead and subscribe to the Plant-Based Explorers and give this video a like over there. So it really is the Plant-Based Explorers. If you look down below on both channels, I have subscribe and a link. But you don't need to be at one channel or the other. I see all the comments. So I see the comments from Facebook, from everywhere. But the reason we're just really, we can't really do some things on the other channel until we reach 1,000 subscribers. So we're going to be asking you to subscribe for a while. Yeah. So I apologize in advance. Aw, thanks. Betsy says, hi, everyone. I doubt I'll ever take a cruise, but I'm enjoying your tips and relaxed way of being. Oh, Vegan Knowledge, JJ is here.
Hey, JJ.
Which is awesome. And while we're right now focusing on cruising, just because I don't know, it's piqued our interest, and I've heard varying things about eating vegan, and it seems like it's vegan or plant-based is getting easier. We're also going to be traveling in different ways to other different places too. Mm-hmm. So if all goes as planned, there'll be lots of land voyages and maybe even trains.
Trains, planes, automobiles, all the things. We'll definitely be trying them all.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Tanya. So those of you who are watching and wondering, what am I going to cook? I am not cooking. So also know that if you are not super interested in what we're doing, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Cheryl's going to be doing her Motivate Your Monday, as per always. So that is only going to be on the Kathy Hester channel at this point, because it's not about travel. But how we overlap on everything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is a good question. TS has never been on a cruise. Can you bring your own pre-cooked food like potatoes or a small hot pot? Nothing that plugs in can go.
No.
Nothing that makes heat can go. You can't bring a steamer or a hairdryer or anything like that because it's a fire hazard on the boat. You probably could bring, I don't know that you'd want to bring potatoes. You'd have to see which cruise line. On Virgin Voyages, we're supposed to have a small fridge, but you would have no way to heat it up. So one of the things, I don't think I have them in my bag in the other room. I'll bring them. I think everyone here is
potato jerky.
I know, my favorite.
Sweet potato jerky.
Yummy.
No, and interestingly enough, when we were having a conversation with my mom earlier today, she was telling us that a few cruises that she has been on, they didn't even have refrigerators in their rooms. In fact, I think at least 2 of the cruises that they were talking about this morning that they did not have refrigerators on. So that's definitely a lot of the older ships and smaller ships do not have there it is.
So these are great. I know Tiffany seemed to think these, I don't think she understood these because they're not jerky dehydrated. They are dehydrated, but they're very soft and squishy. Mm-hmm. Like I wouldn't open this bag and not finish it.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely preserved in some way in this packaging as well. Mm-hmm. But we had talked about on Celebrity, there were, and in most buffets, there should be baked potatoes, steamed vegetables, or sauteed vegetables.
Yeah.
Now, how much you could eat whole food plant-based SOS, like we're going to be going on a cruise in March with the Holistic Health, and they do have that option. So there are a couple of cruises that go through different whole food plant-based organizations that you might be able to eat more your special way. Mm-hmm. But we found that there's usually a vegan section, and the vegan section isn't all Impossible meat or anything like that. Like there was an okra curry there were steamed vegetables, there was cooked brown and wild rice. So, I mean, it was not all Impossible burgers and things like that.
Right.
There was a pasta station. You could get all the vegetables you wanted on the pasta, things like that, that would still be at least starch solution compliant.
And their marinara sauce was homemade and it was vegan, and it was just basically tomatoes and spices.
And each ship is going to do things differently. So we're going to be talking more, and as we have more to comparing that. On Celebrity, they had certain things. So like they had these little badges, and I think it was like shellfish, dairy, vegetarian,
wheat,
and gluten. And so if it had a little star or something above it, that meant it didn't have that it had gluten. Either that or it said gluten free. I can't remember.
I think.
Okay, gluten free. It had a thing. If it had vegetarian and it had dairy marked, we would know it was vegetarian and dairy free. And you could kind of look like if it's steamed broccoli, I'm not worried about egg being in there. But if it was maybe a casserole or a pasta dish, you could always go and ask someone. So that's really interesting.
Jeremy.
Yeah, it was an adventure bringing food on the ship. You're
Yeah.
really not supposed to bring food
No.
on the ship and from ports. However,
You could bring something like this that is sealed and shut, but you cannot bring anything that is like fresh food that's not in like a commercially sealed container.
Right. And so it's also because they don't want you poisoning yourself, giving yourself food poisoning, right? So, because they're kind of responsible for while you're there. Her mom is out playing bunco, so I don't know if she comes in. Maybe she'll come on the live. And Tia said, saw the potato jerky at my Costco, but they seem kind of squishy. They are. It's very much, there's definitely some liquid in there. It's not necessarily completely dry. Prefer something grown and processed closer to home. Wonder if we can make our own and vacuum seal it. I don't know, but you could check into that for sure. For me, with the traveling, buying these was well worth it. They're organic sweet potatoes that I can just take with me. And in fact, when we drove here, as always, it rained and our drive took several hours more than it does.
It rains every time we come, just about.
It's supposed to take like 9 hours, and it never takes us less than 12.
You got to stop for gas and stuff, so there's no way it can ever take 9.
Well, the thing is too is like we were pretty quick in and out.
We were. We did not waste any time. And Jeremy, we did not even stop at Hero's Hideout because with the rain, we just wanted to get down here as close to dark as we could.
Oh, Nikki's from Lady Lake, Florida.
Oh,
Isn't
you're
that close to you?
Yeah, you're like kind of like a neighbor at this point. I think
we're in Ocala.
We're in Ocala right now.
Isn't Lady the lake where the mermaid thing is too?
No, I think Lady Lake is close to the Villages.
Oh, okay. Oh, then we're really, really close. Once again, proof I don't know my geography.
We're not really even in Ocala, to be honest. We have an Ocala address here, but for all intents and purposes, we're closer to Marion Oaks, actually.
Okay. I'm in Florida. Good enough.
It's Central Florida.
It's where I'm like, I don't. We're close to Orlando.
We saw giant turkeys in the backyard.
Wild turkeys.
Big giant wild turkeys today in the backyard. They came like almost right
up. So Nikki said right up the street, mermaids are wiki watching. Wiki
Waka.
Yeah, that's it. Wiki Waka.
Walking or something. Yeah, that's where it is.
I watched a special about them, and I'm like, every time we're here, we never have time.
I know.
I'm like, oh, we need to go there.
We need to make that part of our tour thing.
That would be great.
Yes.
I would really like that because after the cruise, we're coming back here too. So it may not be right now, but we're also coming back through here pretty much every month.
Yeah.
Right now with all the things we're doing. So we hey Hello, everyone, again, and we are just hanging out, talking a little bit about the cruise, kind of like what the Plant-Based Explorer is about. And then we have a giant bag of stuff that we have kind of gotten together.
This is fun, y'all. This is.
It doesn't feel fun. It feels a little bit disorganized and crazy for me, so I don't know that I love it.
But you know,
Wiki-watchy,
you know,
that
I
is
love
it.
a bag, and we have lots of bags.
And I have a lot of things that maybe we won't even necessarily keep, but like COVID tests would be a good idea. So she's playing with the bags. I'm going to start putting some stuff out. Some things that may not go exactly into the first aid kit, I'm going to put over here. But we have things, I went ahead and got severe cold and flu, even though it doesn't work. Cheryl likes it. It makes her feel better if she gets sick. And hopefully, all this stuff we're never going to use. That's the goal. That is absolutely the goal. I did get, actually, I'm going to move this over here.
New shaver.
Okay, but that's not, oh shoot, what did I just knock over?
It's the lid from the pan. I got it.
Oh God, that scared the bejesus out of me.
Here.
Okay,
I'll turn it this way.
okay. I'm trying to, maybe it'll work this way. Let's see.
It's from Mom's heavy pan.
Okay. So we've got severe cold and flu, which doesn't really work, but like I said, it's comforting for Cheryl, so we're going to have some of that. There used to be a decongestant before people were making meth out of it that was green like this that always worked for me my whole life, chlorotrimazole. And today I also got this to add in. It temporarily repairs caps, crowns, and fillings. Because I've been trying to think about what sort of things do we need that maybe we can find in another. I wouldn't know what to call it. I don't even know what to call this in English.
I wouldn't know.
So I saw this today because we had to pick up some stuff for her mom. So I was like, hopefully we never have to use any of this. I'm not sure that that's one that's going to go in, but we'll look. There are other things that are going in for our stuff.
That's
okay.
more of a bathroom bag thing, I think.
Okay. We've got Gas X. What are these? Omeprazole? Acid reducer.
Acid reducer.
Okay.
Omeprazole. I don't know.
So,
Over-the-counter acid reducer.
and some of this is stuff that we carry with us anyhow. We haven't had to use these, and look, we got them on clearance. These little pressure point bands for nausea. And it says for morning sickness, motion sickness, travel, amnesia, or chemotherapy. These seem to be a lot more official than I thought they were.
Yeah, right?
What's this? Ion.
Oh, that is actually, this is actually a first aid kit from my kayaking stuff that I was throwing into our bag that you didn't even know I was throwing into the bag.
No.
And then you put something else in there.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, liquid bandage. I like that.
Yeah, and this is just
Here,
like,
I'll change this and you can.
this is just a little kit that I got for kayaking that I would take in my stuff on the boat, and it would just have some stuff in case I needed it. And it has things like triple antibiotic, insect repellent,
Ooh.
burn gel, lip balm, sting relief, antiseptic towelette, hand sanitizer, first aid burn cream, all sorts of quick stick. I think those are like they're electrolytes.
Okay.
So that if you're dehydrated, and some antacid, aspirin, non-aspirin, and sunscreen lotion. However, I don't know that this sunscreen lotion is the kind that you can use that is
for boats.
for boats.
Oh, that's okay
But
too.
it also has like, what do you call those? Diaper pins?
Safety pins.
Safety pins, and like rubber band and some other stuff. It's kind of cool. I've had it for a couple years now. And I've never really had to use anything out of it kayaking, so I thought this would be a good thing just to bring along to have it. There's some extra stuff, but if it ends up being repeat of all this, it may stay here.
Oh no, well, actually that's smaller and better to take.
That's true.
So, okay. So what we've got so far, let's see. Oh, Sandra says I'm straight up the street from you in Gainesville. That's awesome. We ate there. Hey, Elizabeth. We are building an exciting travel kit.
Travel first aid kit. How was your cruise? Are you home yet?
Yeah, are you home? Are you still having fun? TS says very good idea to pack some small items for semi-emergency that you won't have to buy on the ship. I have a small kit along with some canned beans and marine packed water in backpack for the car. Yeah, that is really good. SSOS says Neosporin, thermometer, Tylenol, sunscreen, lip balm, single-use eye drops, COVID test, vitamin B12, Dramamine,
Scopolamine.
Oh, and that's what these are, right? These are those are our seasick pills.
Yeah, the doctor
Why do we
prescribed
have
us.
two?
Because she gave us 2 prescriptions. Like 2 refills, and so I got them.
Oh, okay. So,
we
okay,
would
let's
have
put them in one bottle.
So we would have extra.
Okay.
All right.
Jeremy says diaper pens, they use pull-ups now.
All right.
And TS says I also use my never used carry-on as my go bag since I'm close to where the fires happen. And this isn't exactly a go bag. This is more of a just in case bag. Yeah, and check expiration dates in the kit. Yeah, and somebody else says, Ellen and TS, check the expiration dates in your kit.
Yeah,
I think that was
this one
pretty new,
might be a
right?
little older.
Oh, it is older?
Well, I mean, I think it's that old.
So we have some nausea relief that I think I'm just going to probably put aside. Let me see if I can pull out one of these. And then once we figure out what all is here, we'll get the size bag. Does it have,
I was trying to see if they even had dates.
yeah, I see them. Oh, these are teeny tiny. Look how teeny tiny these are.
Those aren't dates.
Compare, here.
They're lot numbers.
Okay. So this is the big giant box. This is what it's holding. So we're going to put, and it has most medicines, over-the-counter medicines have everything on here, and it has the expiration date as well. So that means we have more room. And that's kind of what I'm going for. Another thing I wanted to put in was zinc tablets in case people are sick. And actually, it's a giant box for a little teeny tiny thing. So that's done. We have stomach relief like Pepto-Bismol, ibuprofen, and anti-diarrhea. These are all just kind of generic brands of the same thing. Like Pepto-Bismol okay, these are, the anti-diarrheals are also little tiny pills, are little tiny, these things. And it says very clearly anti-diarrheal, so I cannot get those confused with other things. And actually, could we possibly put any of those in there, or everything's full?
It's pretty full. The slots are kind of made
Really small. Okay.
Yeah, they're really small.
That's okay. I'm going to try and make some of this stuff smaller. I think I definitely would like to see that that smaller pouch with the pockets, the green one.
Okay.
Hey, all. It's good to see you. We are making our travel emergency kit.
Oh, it can turn into a...
Oh, okay. Like a belt.
Yeah,
Woo,
like a belt.
you can wear it. All right. So I think that I like this because there's some different pockets. We'll see how everything works. I think in this very front pocket, did you combine those?
I did combine.
Okay, so this will be our nausea medicine. I'm thinking also, here, you want to help me open up some of those?
Sure.
And then if we need another one, that's fine too. Because I have probably more stuff. Okay, there's our ibuprofen.
Stomach. Pepto.
Okay. And I'm putting these over here. We've got some triple antibiotic ointment. We have some, I'm just taking things out of the boxes to make it fit better.
Yeah,
is the only
definitely.
reason. I also went ahead and got some of this saline nasal spray, which can be really nice if you're having a really bad head cold. I found a little mini bottle of Vicks, which is very comforting if you have a head cold. And then I believe this is the same thing.
Benadryl.
Yeah, like Benadryl.
Which, if I get like bit by something, or
Or you get poison oak or poison ivy or
or
something
get into
similar.
something, I have to have that because otherwise it's like bad news for me.
And then we have an overnight laxative, which I expect us to
We
never
never
use.
have to use.
And
But,
look, it's
but this does say may cause constipation. So
there's only
better
6
safe.
little pills in this whole thing. Like, that's kind of crazy. Elizabeth says, I'm thinking you guys will be the one giving out all the drugs on your cruise.
it's like, oh yeah,
Not the ones that people are wanting.
Come with us.
Or
we
maybe
have
this
that.
is how we'll pay off our cruise.
Right.
Oh, they're charging $20 a pill? We'll give it to you for $10 a pill. No, you know we wouldn't do that. I'm trying to think.
COVID tests.
But we need, it's just the card and the thing, right?
Here, let me look
Let's
at those.
see. Maybe we could put those in, will they fit in this pocket? We could just put them in like that. We also have just like some wet wipes.
I think they'll be too big.
Antibacterial wipes that we could wipe off the room, or if we were in a plane, something like that. Another thing that I have is I have some little magnesium packets. Read my comment from before, yes. Cruise was fantastic. I've already been looking into more cruises now. Got off the ship this morning. Utopia of the Seas is freaking amazing. That's awesome. And SFOS has a really great thing. Take photos of all prescription bottles just in case you lose or run out. Different countries call them as by different names. That's a great idea.
Yeah. If we run out of nausea medicine, we could be in serious trouble. But I should take some of my other stuff.
What do you mean if we run out of?
If we run out of nausea pills.
Well, no, we have some other nausea pills too, and we have the bands.
Okay.
We're good.
All right.
We probably won't be using them at all. Oh, the other comment with the one with the cruising tip. Sorry, am I that far behind? Sorry, you're late. Cruise was fantastic. I don't see that comment, Elizabeth, with the cruising tip. I see great to see you guys. Let me look on the hopefully it's okay, good. Let me see it here. Read my comment. No, I don't think I don't have that, Elizabeth. I don't see it on the actual thread either. So sorry about that. Yeah, ginger and peppermint are great for nausea. And in fact, we'll probably put some gingins in here. I have them in a different bag, so they're ginger chews. I have some ginger citrus tea that just dissolves, and you can drink it. Again, like most of this, like I take ibuprofen a couple of times a year. Like usually we don't use any of this stuff, but I thought better to get it and have it in here. But like I have some cough drops. We won't put all of these in here, but we're going to put as many as I can fit. I also have like some icy hot and some cortisone itch relief because Cheryl gets that so bad. I've got this little cuticle cream.
Put the COVID tests in there.
Okay, they fit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. Do you think the ibuprofen will fit here with the nausea medicine? Yes, it will. Ooh, what else we got over here? I think it can fit one more small bit. There's allergy relief and zinc tablets.
The shorter of the two.
Let's do allergy relief.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. And we're good. We could do the lip balm.
Okay.
maybe triple antibiotic. I got some Band-Aids. We'll see how those can fit in. Okay, and let's see.
Okay.
You want to take the Burt's Bees?
Cheryl and Kathy's first aid station.
You want the Burt's Bees?
Yes.
I'll put
Because
that
that's
in.
something like if your hand cracks and we didn't have something with us.
Okay.
So that all fit in there.
Okay.
This is good. We got a lot
If we
of space.
can, I think an extra tube of toothpaste, but that's just me because that's something I'd leave.
Okay.
We have a little thing of hand sanitizer too. We could try and put in there. If there's room, Boudreaux's butt paste is always a good thing to have. So if you ever get any like friction, rubbing, or anything like that, it's super helpful.
Yeah.
It's super helpful. And I'm trying to see, I do have also, a lot of times this is like emergency, but it's not emergency. So we'll put a few packets in there. So if I noticed a lot of people were starting to get sick on the boat, we would be taking this a couple of times a day. Also, if you just get a cold, zinc can sometimes help you. It's been proven to help lessen the amount of time. So we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll take 6 of these. But let's wait a second before we start getting there. These magnesium ones, and it's got L-theanine, it just can help you sleep. So I'm assuming if I was nauseous and seasick, that taking this would help me go to sleep too, but I don't know. And this is the only comment. I'm thinking you guys will be the ones giving out directions on your cruise. Cruise was fantastic. I just don't see a tip.
She's reposting it, she said.
Oh, okay. Copying and pasting it. And it still isn't here. Does it have a link in it, Elizabeth? Because if it does, it will take it out automatically.
Yeah.
But you could email it to us. And Ted, you weren't on the video. It's coming this way. Cheryl's dad was sneaking by because it looks like it's filming over there. He's probably just thinking, what is all this crap you're putting on the counter and how quick is it going to go away? And probably not quick enough. Yeah, and that's a good thing. Remember to take some masks with you. So I have masks in my purse.
Masks in the suitcases.
Masks in each suitcases. We have masks in where our computers are. If we have winter coats, we have masks in our winter coats as well. So I keep them everywhere in case. And if we use them, great. If we don't use them, great. But I like to have them in all the places. Ellen says we're cruising in a couple of weeks to the Southern Caribbean on Virgin Voyages Resilient Lady. Really looking forward to the warm weather. What dates are you saying? Well, you may not want to say that.
Yeah.
We're also going again in February.
Yeah, but I think that sounds like one of the longer ones.
Oh, yeah, the Southern Caribbean. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, and SFOS suggests if your doctor's willing, get and take an all-purpose course of antibiotics. I also take, just in case, Paxlovid. And at this point, we're mostly going to Key West and Bahamas, but we will then also go a little more Caribbean. So I think if we were going somewhere, and maybe the word more serious isn't correct, but like if we were going on a safari, or if we were going to Africa, or I don't know, but maybe I should think differently. That bag is a fanny pack.
It is. It has little.
With different pouches. You can put it. Oh, it has a belt with it.
Yeah.
We will not be fanny packing it.
It's a fanny pack.
We'll be packing it in our suitcase. February 8th through 15th. We're on MSC then.
February 8th to 15th.
Because we're on not Halloween, Valentine's Day. We're on MSC with Elizabeth.
That's right.
Yeah, and TS was saying, how about little travel Clorox wipes? And so we have these Wet Ones antibacterial wipes, but Clorox is good too. And so this is what we're starting with. It doesn't mean we won't build more.
Right.
And this may go into our general, toiletries bag instead. But there's nothing like going on vacation and having a rash or a sun rash, heat rash, anything like that is really nice. I also have a couple of these Dr. Bronner really tiny soaps. Should soap be scarce? Because remember, the big difference between norovirus and all these other viruses is norovirus needs soap. All you have to do is wash your hands. You have to ingest it. You can't breathe in norovirus. It's not a respiratory illness. So as long as you're washing your hands, but if you ran out of soap, then what would you do?
Could be a problem, yeah.
And another thing I wanted to do that we didn't do this time is get some soap leaves, because those are dry. You can keep them in your pocket. I am not expecting there not to be soap on the boat.
Right.
But that's kind of where I'm going. And I think other than, we'll put maybe some throat care. These, I've got 2 kinds. So we'll get some of these Swiss cherry in here. Liquid Center.
I should try one of those.
You can try one if you want to.
And see, make sure that it tastes okay.
Oh, and these are not. These are better sealed than the ones that are just twisted. See how it's sealed? So those aren't going to go bad very fast.
Very odd.
They're herbal, so they have peppermint, elderflower, wild thyme, horehound, hyssop, linden flower, and lemon balm. I like them. And we'll see what.
The more you chew on them, the more you suck on
The
them.
better flavor gets.
Okay, I'm going to take some of these. And sometimes for me, even if I just get.
Put them in the zipper.
No, let's wait a minute. Let's
Keep waiting.
let's think for a second.
You also can.
Don't push my process.
I'm not.
Okay, so in here we've got like a little zipper and this. Yeah, we have more stuff too. So we've got 2 little pockety things here. So let's see. How wide are these? Those will fit in there. Let's do this. So those fit in there, and then I'm going to put my little magnesium ones in there too. Okay, got that in there. That may not. This is hand sanitizer, so it doesn't have to be in this one. How about the saline? Will that fit there? It will. This can go into our regular bag. I mean, what do you think about that? I think when I was sick one time, that was super helpful. Or do you think it's taking up too much space?
Well, I mean, we have other things too. We can combine all this stuff into this big bag too.
Okay. I'm just let's make it as tiny as possible. Okay, so I say in this zipper bag, let's put all these loose medications.
Okay. I probably just need to take a few of those out.
Let's see. Okay, that's the severe cold and flu. How many does it say to take? 24. It's 24 in there. Ooh. Okay. Never take more than 4 doses in 24 hours. The side effect, that's not a good thing. You don't even want to read this. Here we go. 2 soft gels with water every 4 hours. I guess 4 times 4 is 24. Take one of those.
2 soft gels every 4 hours would be 8. For if you were. No.
I'm like, you're not mathing. There's 24 hours in a day.
Okay.
4 goes into 24 how many times?
6.
Yeah. So you can't really take them every
Yeah.
4 hours.
Okay.
But, and this has,
Enough.
yeah, it has all the instructions and everything too. Yeah, that's enough. These are little blister pads, and I thought we could just slide them in anyhow.
I think that's a good idea, because how many times have we gone, oh, I wish that I had something for my feet.
Band-Aids. And I got the flexible, I got the fancy ones. I like the flexi ones because then they stay on better. And I feel like if you have a blister, they're a better situation. So I'm going to take these out of the box and see if I can fit them in with the medicines. I'm pushing it, which is not unusual.
I have all faith in you that this is not going to be too hard for you to get all that in there. Because you will pack a bag till it bursts.
I'm going to make it do what I want it to do. Okay, where do we have these Ricola? Oh, we didn't put them anywhere. Thinking maybe we should put them with the COVID tests because we would need them if we were trying to take a COVID test.
Okay. Your logic
Happy
makes sense.
logic.
Your logic makes sense to me.
Right? Oh, Rochelle, it's good to see you. It's 9:18 on Tuesday. I hope Tuesday's a good day. I'm planning on it. That's about when we're heading to Miami. Okay. I'm kind of hoping most of this stuff will fit in here. I could also leave that out. I need to, I want everything to be in here, but then I
I
want,
think you need to determine between medical and personal needs. So like the toothpaste and
Yeah.
that is personal needs.
I still think the magnesium can count because if we're not feeling good, we would
Yeah.
really appreciate having that.
I'm all for that.
And I think you need this fast itch cortisone. Okay. So back in here, we can put these. Oh, I got lots of room. Is this all of what I want to do? Let's see. Oops. Oh, that's what that is. Maybe I'll slip those in there. What about this tooth thing? Where can it can't slip. It's got to live its own life. Okay. All right. Liquid bandage.
So,
I think I can put our tooth kit in here. Cheryl always is like,
aren't
says,
the zinc tablets the same thing as the C? Or is it a little
let me
bit-
see.
No,
Do these
it's
have?
different.
It depends. These may have zinc in them. Let me see if I got the zinc ones or not. How many milligrams are in those?
Does it say?
Yes, that you are sitting here with us. This is literally what we would be doing anyhow.
I don't know that it says.
Okay, it's got to say. It's got to say somewhere. Usage 11 milligrams. So yeah, this is fine. I'll take these out and I'll shove a few more of these in.
Oh, that look of satisfaction on your face is hilarious.
You've got to squeeze things together sometimes to make the magic happen.
I can't believe the stuff she can get in a carry-on suitcase sometimes. Look at that. Didn't even have to use any of my other
And then we'll
stuff.
have this with it.
Yep. Oh, and these can go in there.
Okay. Because we got those in there too.
Yep.
Most of those.
I put
Alrighty.
half of those in there.
And I mean, I
And we
do
got
have.
that.
Do we have Gasac pills in there? The
I
Gasac.
thought I saw you put Gas X in there.
Let me put some in, just in case. Again. There's some blue pills, but I don't know if they're that or not. These are all just emergency. Hopefully we would never ever use them. Just kind of gonna see. I have some sleep and some stress gummies too.
Okay.
Let's see if they fit in there.
Sure.
Jill D says, Kathy is the puzzle master of packing. I kind of am. She's always like, you can't, like, see, I feel where this, we could even get more stuff in there should we want to. Feel it right in there.
Feeling it. It weighs like 10 pounds.
Yes, now, I do not pack light. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever.
She'll keep pushing a trash can down until that thing weighs like 50 pounds, and I can't even get it out of get the bag out of the trash can because it's so heavy.
Oh, this is awesome. Elizabeth says there's a separate group on the Facebook, the Face Pace place, must be Facebook, for every ship and sale day. Yes, you told us about that. Many times people post on there asking for meds. If you don't have something, it gives you a place to ask others on board. Oh, that's a great idea.
That's a reason for us to join all those, yeah.
And hey, Lori. Tia says, it's all in there. I would not wear it, though. No, we won't.
No.
The only time we would wear it is somehow we were struck down in the jungle and needed our survival kit to be with us.
Yeah.
But what it's going to be is that it's going to be in our hotel room or our cruise room. Or if we have our car, it'll be in the car. And that way we just have everything with us. Jeremy says, I don't have to pack one. You have the master bag.
It's true.
You'll have to Venmo me some cash to get in there. No, I'm kidding. I really am kidding. Yeah, and Lori says, be careful, norovirus stalks cruise ships. So there's two good things. So Virgin Voyages have never had a norovirus outbreak at this point. So what you have to be most careful of for norovirus is washing your hands. And that's great if you can just be responsible for yourself, but you're touching things that other people have touched. And you don't know if they've washed their hands. And every norovirus outbreak is because somebody didn't wash their hands. So just make sure. So like if you're two of the reasons that it's less likely on Virgin Voyages than other cruises, there are no children. So adults in general should be better at washing their hands.
Should be.
However, the reason number two that I feel more secure is there's not a buffet.
Yeah.
So my recommendation to you and everyone I come into contact with at all times, when we go to the vegan Indian buffet, I go through the line, I get my stuff, I sit my plate down, and I go wash my hands until my Apple Watch tells me, good job. And then I know I'm not going to get sick. Yeah, the food servers or cooks could have it, indeed. There's, same thing though, you can go out to a restaurant anywhere and someone could be sick. There's always that. Oh, Elizabeth had to call it the Face Place because calling it the real name was blocking my comment. That's so weird. That must be why, because I was like, I know if you said you did a comment, you did, but I didn't see it anywhere. That was the cruise tip. Okay, good. Is there a weight or size limit for luggage on a cruise like there is on a plane? No.
Not that we have experienced so far.
People have brought on a lot of stuff. Like we're bringing on probably what we would bring on the plane. Pretty close.
Pretty close.
We have one kind of carry-on size bag that's going to be all of our camera equipment and things like that. We each have a small suitcase. And we each have a backpack that has some clothes in it, some toiletries, and our computers and things like that. So that's what we're taking. Once again, we're kind of in a little weird space where you would think we're going to the Caribbean, so we will just pack shorts and t-shirts, but it's also going to be kind of cold and rainy, so we had to pack jeans. We've got a sweatshirt each. It was kind of cold here.
We even have our winter coats in the car just in case.
Yeah.
For the way home.
And I like to have that. So I have sandals and stuff, but I also have tennis shoes. I'm hoping one day we'll be able to just pack willy-nilly. Once we're on our third Virgin Voyage excursion or extravaganza, we will get a bag of laundry, I think. Or is that only, no, maybe that's on the fifth one. We get laundry.
No, I think we do get some laundry on the third and the fourth, but not as much as laundry as you get on the other one.
So, and the fifth one is when we're doing a lot. So, and it's a longer cruise and we'll need to have laundry done. So we're hoping that will help us pack less as well. But it'll be interesting to kind of figure. We are heavy packers. Like every time we walk into this house.
That is why I would much rather drive than fly anywhere whenever I can, because we do pack so heavy.
Well, for this, so we went to Orlando for a night. We're here for 2 nights. We're in Miami a night. Then we're on the ship for 3 nights. Then we come back here.
4 nights.
4 nights.
I think. Yeah, 4 nights.
Okay, 4 nights. Then we're back here. And so we packed stuff that we could just cook. So like I brought my little mini rice cooker and I made some rice and we heated up some beans and some salsa verde kind of tofu-y kind of stuff that were in packets. And so TS, that's one of the things we do. It's not whole food, plant-based, no oil or SOS. But it's closer than we could get if we just went out somewhere too. So it's pretty good. Elizabeth says no weight limit at all. She's a heavy packer as well. Ooh, Ellen, I'm trying to pack for my cruise in a carry-on only with a personal bag for liquids, meds, and a change of clothes and PJs. Maybe we need to have you here and teach us how to pack.
We could never do that because we have an entire carry-on size bag that is just electronic equipment.
But that's different. But still, even if we could just cut down, like if we were packing like her, we could have one carry-on bag that's just our clothes. See, it makes her like look at the face.
That's
She's
not
like,
gonna happen.
That's
not gonna happen.
We went to Hollywood Studios, and if you guys got the email, I sent a picture out of us in our Ecamm van, and we met some new people. It was really fun. We rode on some rides.
Yep.
We ate at the Star Wars Cafe one, and that was really cool. They had a falafel with a beet hummus.
It was really
and
tasty.
Some veggies. It was really quite a good vegan option.
And then for dinner, you and I had a roasted cauliflower polenta.
Yeah, with a cashew cream.
Yeah, it was really tasty.
Yeah, we ate out, and that was really good. We also got the white bean dip. This was at like Mama Rosa's.
Mama Rosa's, yeah. And we got the white bean
dip.
Yeah. It was
with vegan focaccia, so that was kind of cool. Of course, I'm a little swollen.
Yeah, she had a little.
I'm
too
more
much.
than a
She
little
got a
swollen.
She had a little too much wheat.
I had a little bit of Mickey pretzel and I had that, and I'm like, and Ellen says capsule wardrobe and packing cubes. It's capsule wardrobe. And what happens with us too, whenever we know it's going to be hot, we're not as good about being able to re-wear things.
Yeah.
So if we were going somewhere cold, I could see re-wearing things much more.
Well, and I don't know what my problem is with packing cubes, but I just can't get as much stuff in with packing cubes. So I'm doing something wrong.
Well, and I will say this. So I got a new suitcase that's almost square.
It's rectangle more than...
Well, yeah, it's long, but like if you just looked at the top part of it, it's like a little square.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to use packing cubes, and I know the way I pack, I'm pretty sure I could get more in it. So
because you roll.
Yeah,
you roll
I roll
like
everything
military.
up, and then I press, and so then all the air is out. And mostly I'm doing t-shirts and jeans and shorts, and so I don't have a lot of fancy dresses, and the ones I do can then just be steamed in the shower because they're like rayon or something like that. Apple says, and hello Apple, many moons ago I did a 2-month pilgrimage with a backpack the size of a gray one. Cheryl held up.
No way.
Teeny?
Oh my God.
Oh, you
This
are
would-
like
This would hold my one pair of my shoes. One pair of my shoes. We have an entire bag just for shoes right now.
And the only reason I have more shoes is so I had it was supposed to rain at Hollywood Studios and it did. And so I wore a pair of tennis shoes that I could get rid of if they got too wet. But they're actually really worn out. I should be wearing them, but you know, sometimes it's hard to let go. So I have 4. I always carry my little plastic Birkenstocks house shoes wherever I go, because then if we're staying at hotels, it makes me feel less creepy.
Yeah.
Again, not a real thing, just a Kathy thing.
So for the rest of
Right.
the stuff we have over there, would some of it fit in one of these? Like, could we just kind of pack some stuff in?
Yeah, I think we could. We don't need those. We've got this. This is
I'm feeling like, you know, these things are kind of important. This is your nature.
yeah. I haven't been using the Flonase, but I'm going to keep it around. I felt like it was doing something weird to me.
Well,
There is
I
no
don't-
proof of that.
I don't want to put your Flonase that you're gonna shoot up your nose by medicines or stuff that's.
Okay, well, we're making a lot of bags now. If you guys can see, it's heaped up over here about this stuff.
Or are you thinking we should just put this in like our toiletry bags?
Maybe. I think you have room. These things need to go into
I might.
toiletry bags. This stuff. And then,
Extra
Maybe.
toothpaste.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Holman, for our extra toothpaste.
and I think that's about it.
Okay.
I can
Trying
put
to
that-
find a reason to use my life is good.
Wait, you got it. You
I
have
got
to
the
change
wrong,
cameras.
Wrong camera. My life is good cubes.
It was a 16-liter day pack.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know how she does that.
No, we're pack rats.
My
for
shoes
sure.
are bigger than 16 liters.
What do you have? Size 9s?
Oh no, these are 10s.
And my feet now are a large 7.5, so I can fit 2 pairs of my shoes wherever 1 pair of your shoes can go.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also if I make a little path to go somewhere, it's never big enough for her feet, which is really funny.
She's like, well, I can get through there. And I'm like, well, my feet are twice as big as yours.
And Tia says I have some of those Trader Joe's sanitizer sprays. I keep one in my purse. We have sanitizer everywhere.
Yeah, I keep one attached to my backpack at all times. And
But I think we're about ready because also Cheryl's going to come back with her Motivate Your
yeah,
Monday at
I
9.
may be eating dinner while I'm talking to you guys. So.
We'll see if we get off soon enough. But we really appreciate you guys hanging out with
Yeah.
us and letting us kind of explore the new travel section of our lives.
Look at that.
And that,
She got it all in there.
yes, I did.
Like, hey,
You always, well, the thing is Cheryl always comes up, you can't put all that in a suitcase. I'm like, are you kidding me? Of course I can.
I thought for sure that we were going to have to put everything in here.
And that's too big. I mean, you could if it had sectioned out. So, like, what would happen here, why I like this one,
Because you had sections.
you've got sections, so it'll be a little easier to find things, whereas it's just going to be a big, giant Halloween candy bag of stuff.
Yeah. Well, what if we put the individual things in here? That's still too much.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot.
I'm like, this is done.
That's,
Click no thanks. I thought Apple said click that like button. I thought you were going to be like, check that off. Just stop trying to do it a different way. But that's not what you said. Okay. Elizabeth says, which channel should we be clicking on if you post on both at the same time? What do you guys prefer? You know, it helps if you can click like on both platforms, honestly. But whichever one you're watching is great, and we
That's fine.
appreciate you being with us. And there will be a time, I probably need to send out something and get a plant-based explorer list subset of people who want to know about this stuff, so I can send you guys over there. We are working to get 1,000 likes or 1,000 subscribers over there so that we can do more in YouTube. So that's also one of the reasons why we're going live on both channels. Yeah, okay guys, you are just the very best as always. We really appreciate your patience and hanging out with us.
Yeah.
And
In our temporary venue, which will be you'll probably see a lot more of.
it's very possible. And I was even telling your mom when we were talking today, I'm like, well, you know, if we had to come down here in a pinch, I could do a cooking class from her kitchen.
It's
you know?
true, yeah.
So it's just nice to have another little place that we can do. Her regular lighting is fairly decent.
Yeah.
We don't have any extra lights on here,
None.
which is cool. All right, you guys, have just the very, very best night. Do something really good for yourself, something nice. Maybe take a long bath, read a book, listen to a book on tape. Well, I guess a book on your phone now. They don't have books on tape anymore. But, you know, take care of yourself. And I'm going to work on that too, I promise. And come back and see Cheryl at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time so that you can set some of your goals for the week. Okay?
All right, everybody.
All right. Bye.
See ya.